Yes, sir. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy RegDolla. Welcome back to the GOATED MyNBA series. And we simmed a little bit from last episode. Last episode was a Christmas Day special. If you didn't tune into that, go and tune into that right now, and then come back to this video. But today we about to recap. We're all the way at All-Star Weekend, the day before All-Star Weekend. So we're going to recap the trade deadline, go through the All-Stars, take a look at the standings, the league leaders, and let's look at the awards for everything right now thus far this season. And going to the All-Star team, we got Team Jokic versus Team Giannis, the European players, and, well, international players, I should say. And for Team Jokic, we got Zion Williamson, Trae Young, Kawhi Leonard, Devin Booker, John Morant, Brandon Ingram, Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley, Jimbo Jackson. What I'm going to actually do is probably we could go to this so we could take a look at their stats for the season. So this is Team Jokic's stats. Jokic is basically averaging a triple-double. He was for the most part of the season, but he's at 9.9 assists. Zion Williamson having another spectacular season. Himself, Trae Young dishing out dimes, one of the best passers in the league, arguably the best passer in the league, also putting up 25.5 a game. Kawhi Leonard still getting it done, even though his three-point shot has kind of fell off so far this season, isn't quite there. D-Book doing his thing, but the efficiency is at his worst. Yeah, this is the worst shooting year for Devin Booker. John Morant, up in his assist game to 10.6 a game. There's mad people just dishing out dimes for some reason. Brandon Ingram, he's kind of having a down year. I'm surprised he made this All-Star team, to be honest. Averaging 21 points, but the counter numbers is there. 5 rebounds and 7 assists, taking a leap even more, but the efficiency is down. Anthony Edwards, Karl Anthony Towns, a down year in efficiency for him. Scotty Barnes, Evan Mobley. I ain't take a look at Scotty. Oh, Scotty's putting up numbers. This is kind of like Grant Hill numbers for Scotty Barnes. 21, 9, and 7 for him. On great efficiency. Got up to 35% from 3. Also shooting above 51 from the field. Still needs to work on the free throw percentage, but he's taking a leap in every statistical category this year. Shout out to Scotty. Evan Mobley putting up dominant numbers. 2.7 blocks. I think he's among the top 3. And Jimbo Jackson, he's taking a second-year leap, averaging 24.6 points per game, 12 rebounds. And you know what's kind of crazy? I'll just think about this now. Jimbo Jackson was traded for Anthony Davis on draft night. And already in his second year, he might be better than Anthony Davis. So it looks like the Lakers have won that trade, getting Jimbo to be their franchise guy. But let's go to the team Giannis. Giannis putting up dominant numbers, as he always does. 28 points per game, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Shooting 35% from 3. Is that a career high? That definitely is. Luka Doncic having a spectacular year, averaging 31 points per game, 8 rebounds, 10 assists on great efficiency. You got Jason Tatum averaging 27 on 50, 40, 90. He's shooting 98% from the free throw line. Jason Tatum is having a spectacular year. And we also got Joel Embiid on the roster, putting up great numbers. LaMelo Ball having a breakout, another jump, especially in the assist game, averaging 11.5. Like I said, there's mad people averaging mad assists. Jaylen Brown averaging 27 a game, stepping up to being that #1 guy for the Celtics. Cade Cunningham, 26, 7, and 10. Donovan Mitchell, first year on the Knicks, putting up 28 a game for the squad. And we have the first rookie, Rich Mack. 23.5 points, 10.6 rebounds on 67% shooting. That man, he's a man. He is a man. Also got MPJ putting up 24 a game, grabbing 8 boards on great efficiency. And Reggie Mack is also an all-star too. So we have 2 rookie all-stars. You don't see that in many draft classes. Like I said, this is the GOATED draft class. Reggie Mack averaging 24 a game, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block, shooting 45% from the field. 3-point percentage is 31%. And he started off the season really strong, but I'm going to show you what he's been doing over the past month or so. Hit a little bit of a wall, but he's asked to do so much. I think teams are starting to figure him out a little bit. As you can see, his 3-point percentage is down a lot, and efficiency has gotten worse every single month. But he still acts to carry the load, especially scoring-wise. And his last game going into All-Star Weekend, he had a statement game against the Bucks, one of the best teams in the league, dropping 38 points. But shout out to Reggie Mack. And Jonathan Kuminga is the last player on Team Giannis, putting up 24 a game. Dunk contest, 3-point contest. Y'all can look at this. We ain't gonna play that. But the Rising Stars, this is where the money is at. This is where it's about to be really exciting. And we got Reggie Mack. You already saw his stats. It's gonna be rookies versus sophomores. So the battle of the two fictional draft classes. We're gonna see who is better, the rookies or the sophomores. So we got Reggie Mack, Mo Davis, who's starting to come up and pick up his scoring and everything as of late, and being way more efficient. In January, had his best efficiency. Best efficiency. I'm wilding with my words. Then the next one we got Rich Mack. You already know what he's doing. Troy Mack has also made the cut. The percentages isn't there, but he's impacting a little bit all around. Probably needs more touches scoring the ball, but he's still on the roster. You got Rico Rider, who is having a pretty good season for the Warriors, averaging 13.7 rebounds on basically 46, 40, and 82. So good shooting splits, playing, having a two-way impact. And there's been games where he's been starting and games where he's coming off the bench. A little inconsistent when it comes to that aspect. Then we got Austin Mack, the franchise of the Sonics. He's averaging 20.5 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists, and 1 steal on 45, 34, and 85. And mark my words, this guy's going to be a superstar. And I think he's going to turn that Sonics franchise around. Then we got Danny Tyler, another catalyst to the Lakers squad, averaging 16 a game on 41% from 3. He is a sniper. We got Jeremy Goodson, the franchise player for the Las Vegas Lions, averaging 18 a game on 49%. He's an athletic monster and is going to be someone to look out for in this game. Then we got Jabari Mack for the Magic, 18 a game, 7 rebounds, 6'11", so smooth, bucket getter, could do it all. Joe Banks, speaking about doing it all, he does just a point forward, 11.5 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists for Joe Banks. And this is the squad. This is the rookies. Now taking a look at the sophomores, we got Caleb Taylor, who is the leading candidate right now for 6th man in the year and possibly most improved, averaging 17.5 points per game off the bench and shooting it at 43 and 37. He is a microwave bucket getter scoring. When he gets it going, it's hard to stop him. Then we also got Marquis Allen averaging 19 points a game and just having a two-way impact. Just a 3-level scorer, Marquis Allen. We got Kayvon Kabongo, who had a bad start to the season. Efficiency-wise, he had a really good summer league. Then the first couple months, he just wasn't hitting shots. Wasn't hitting shots at all, but over the past, was that December and January? Yeah, December and January, he picked up his efficiency. But this month, February, hasn't been that good. But Kayvon Kabongo, hooper, man. He is a hooper, someone to look out for. Then we got the 6'9" shooter, Royal Paris, 13 points per game, 7 rebounds, a power forward shooting 43% from 3. Then we got Latrell Cross, partners in crime, Reggie Mack, average 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 blocks a game. Ricky Cruz coming back from his torn ACL or whatever injury he had last year, averaging 21 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 9.7 assists as a sophomore. Then we got Tyrese Smith, the third guy for the Detroit Pistons, averaging 18 a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. He is a hooper. We got Josh Bridges, averaging 14 a game. My bad. And then we got another shooter at the 4 spot, Mario Ellington, 11 points on 43% from the 3-point line. And Jimbo Jackson is the last guy for the squad. So we're going to have a game in the Rising Stars, and that's going to be in the next episode. You hear me? But moving on from that, let's take a look at the awards. I'm probably going to look through the trade deadline stuff last. And LaMelo is #1 for MVP. And last time this happened, the same thing happened last year, and they just started losing games post All-Star break. But Luka is #2, a very close #2. Then we got Giannis, who is number 3. Cade Cunningham 4, and Jokic at 5. And this candidate race is really stupid because a lot of these players have a case for being number 1 for MVP. And we're going to take a look at the record soon, so you guys have a better gauge of who's having the most impact on winning. But statistical dominance, they all got it so far. Rookie of the Year, Reggie Mack is number 1 right now. And Reggie Mack, like I showed you guys the stats before, has really been starting to fall off a little bit. But he's definitely still in that conversation because definitely being contention for winning that. Number 3, we got Austin Mack, who's putting up the other 20-point scorers. So we got 3 20-point scorers in one class. And Jabari Mack is also flirting with it at 18 a game. Then at number 5, we have Joe Banks, who's having an all-around impact, averaging 11.5, 7, 6, 1, and 1. And going to 6th Man of the Year, Kelly Oubre is surprisingly number 1 for 6th Man of the Year. I don't know why Caleb Taylor isn't number 1, but he definitely should be number 1. Also got Amari Bailey, Josh Bridges, Terry Rozier, and Cole Anthony. And yes, he is on the Houston Rockets. We could get into the trades later. But number 1 for Defensive Player of the Year, Giannis, who's always in there every single year. Jaren Jackson Jr., Jonathan Isaac, Matisse Thybulle, who is coming off the bench, and Evan Mobley at 5. Most improved, number 1 is James Bouknight, and I think he's going to be the runaway winner with this award. Then Marjon Beauchamp. What the hell was he doing before? Yeah. He's number 2. Caleb Taylor is number 3. Jimbo Jackson is number 4. And number 5, we have Royal Paris. And usually a second-year guy never wins Most Improved Player of the Year because you're coming back for your second year, so obviously you're supposed to improve. So I think James Bouknight is definitely a runaway winner when it comes to that. But now we could take a look at the standings and stuff. Let's go to team stats first. So the Raptors had the best overall record at 39-19, 67 win percentage. And I think there's 7 teams right now that's on pace to win 60-plus games, and is the very young squad of the Wizards, led by Tyronn Lue as a coach, the Rich Mack, Scooter Henderson, and Marquis Allen. The really young squad, and the Wizards are on pace to win 50 wins. And the East is stacked. The East is stacked right here. You got 4 teams in the top 5 for the East. But let's take a look at the offensive ratings. The best offense is the Pelicans, and you got Zion Williamson, so of course. Then you got the Rockets. Jalen Green. They have a lot of scoring and just versatile players. They got Lonzo Ball now, Corey Kispert, Chet Holmgren, Alperen Sengun, Cole Anthony, Dariq Whitehead. So a lot of scoring for that team. Then the Indiana Pacers. This is surprisingly one of the best offenses. You got Dior right at the point guard spot, Keontae George, Chris Duarte, who's having a lights-out shooting performance this year. Then you got 2 rookies at the 4 and 5, Devontae Tucker and Trent Beretta, Taylor Horton-Tucker, P.J. Washington, Luguentz Dort. The Hornets are no surprise. They got LaMelo with a lot of shooters on the roster and lob threats. Then you got Luka's offense with the Mavs. So this is the top 10 offenses. The Raptors at 10. The bottom, the Heat stink. Stinky, stinky, stinky. The Suns are in the bottom 5 in offense, and the Bulls have probably been one of the most disappointing teams, and the Warriors' offense is not the same as it once was. Best defenses, we got the surprising Detroit Pistons having the best defense. This is not no back in the day. There's not no Bad Boys Pistons defense or even the 2000s defense. But they got Cade Cunningham, Tyrese Smith, Sadiq Bey, Paulo, Clint Capella, and Mo Bamba. And they also had Thybulle. So I could see why they had defenders. Now I'm just thinking about it, they had defenders. Cade could play defense. Tyrese Smith is also 6'5" and long. Sadiq Bey could play defense. Paulo can when he wants to and puts his mind to it, but they obviously got the #1 defense, so you got to give a shout-out to him defensively. Clint Capella could hold his own, and Mo Bamba is long, and Thybulle just causes havoc, and Aaron Holiday is a good on-ball defender, so I see it. Then the Raptors are #2. The Wizards, so they're one of the best offenses, top 10 in offense, or 11th in offense, and top 5 in defense. The Kings are one of the best defenses, and then you also got the Bucks. The Nuggets improved on that end. So let's look at the standings. Western Conference. This is the top 9 teams. And the last team that will be in the play-in is the Lakers right now. The Warriors are 3.5 games out of that play-in spot. And the other teams is probably out of the race right now, realistically. But the battle for the number 1 seed, the top teams so far, we got the Nuggets, Mavericks, Pelicans. I think those are the real contenders. I feel like the Rockets are too young at this stage. The Spurs are too young, but they're having they started off a little bit slow, but playing pretty well, pretty good basketball recently. And the Kings and the Lakers fell off from where they are at the first 2 months of the season. And I think the Clippers can make a run. I won't sleep on the Clippers. I think they're going to have a better second half of the season. But let's look at the Eastern Conference. This is probably more interesting. You got the Raptors, Pistons, Hornets, Bucks, all teams that could still get the number 1 seed. Those are the top 4 seeds. Then you got the Wizards, the Hawks, and the Knicks. The Knicks are 33-30, battled injury a little bit this season. So did the Cavs, and they're 32-30. So the East is stacked. Also got the Pacers that's still trying to make some noise, and the Grizzlies have been disappointing this year at 500. And the other teams that's still trying to make the play-in, the Nets aren't even good with Ben Simmons, Cam Thomas, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant still on the roster. And then the Maxey, Harden, and Joel Embiid still trying to make the play-in. And also on the outside looking in is the Boston Celtics squad with Jaylen Brown, Pascal Siakam, and De'Aaron Fox. So this is where we're at right now in the season. All right, before we get into anything else, Luka Doncic is leading the league in scoring very comfortably right now, 31.4. Zion is the closest, so it looks like he's going to grab that award. Leading the league in rebounds, we got Jimbo Jackson and Jokic tied with 12.4. And assists, we've never seen something like this before. The passing this year is really ridiculous. 11.8 Trae Young is leading the league in assists. Some years, Ben Simmons at 10.4. He is number 6. That would be enough to lead the league in assists some years. Jokic is also about to be the first center to average 10 assists a game if he does that. Yeah, the playmakers in this league is really crazy. LaMelo is leading the league in steals, followed by Kuminga and OG Anunoby, Cam Reddish, and DeJounte Murray in the top 5. Victor Wembanyama is leading the league in blocks. And we got 2 rookies in the top 2 and field goal percentage, and they just dunk everything. Corey Cousins shoots 80% in the restricted area. Rich Mack 75%, and I know he's seeing a lot of attention too. Probably need to stop shooting no damn mid-range shots. How he doing? Bailing out the defenses. Cam Reddish, oh my god, bro. He just never figured it out. Horrible. Tyler Hero too. They paid him a bag to be a fraud. Nigga said I grew up a Heat fan. They don't want you there no more after what you doing, Tyler. They got the worst record, I think, in the league. Terrible. Can't score. Kobe White. They got 3 guys in the top 10 and worst field goal percentage that qualifies. Corey Kispert is leading the league in 3-point percentage, shooting 52%. And then Curry's leading the league in free throw percentage, shooting 100%. So is Jordan Clarkson. And we're at the All-Star break. Okay. Nigga, Ricky Cruz is a plate. Scotty Barnes leading the league in plus minus. Alright, so now we're about to run through some of the trades. I'm going to just go through each team, and if there's anything notable to really talk about, I'll break it up. Because some of them... Alright. This is a big trade. Lonzo Ball for Kevin Porter Jr. That ended up happening in December. That wasn't a trade deadline move. Also, Malik Beasley got moved to the Lakers in the Cam Reddish 3-team trade that y'all see right here. Gobert got moved to the Clippers for Keon Johnson, Zubac, and Tim Hardaway Jr. Bones Highland got moved to the Grizzlies in a pickup addition. Bogdanovich got traded from the Heat to the Suns. And also Jalen Brunson also got traded from the Heat to the Suns. Jordan Clarkson got moved to the Hornets. Also, Draymond was moved to the Raptors in a 3-team trade. Oopsies. Seth Curry traded. He got traded twice. But he ended up on the Trailblazers. Jeremy Grant traded to the Knicks. So they added more defense than the Knicks. The Jazz was active this year. Jazz was active. Joe Harris to the Kings. Who did the Magic get? Oh, they got London Price in the Cole Anthony move. All right, that makes sense. Draymond to the Raptors. I think I said that already. Yeah, it wasn't like no superstar that really got moved. D'Angelo also got traded for Trey Man. Other than that, there wasn't really too crazy in moves. That's the trade deadline stuff. And I think I'm going to wrap it up this episode. The next episode is going to be the Rising Stars game, so be on the lookout for that. It's your boy, RegDolla. Be GOATED. You know this. I'm chatting. But leave a subscribe. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Do all that great stuff. I'll see you on the next episode. I'm out.